Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Constip and this is going to be part 18 of my early campaign where I'm playing as England. And in the last episode, I think that was the episode where me and Germany sort of accidentally ended up at war with one another. Now, I'm hoping that I can get a ceasefire with the Holy Roman Empire. I do not want this war. It happened because both of our crusades invaded Tripoli at the same time. The Egyptians backed off and then our two crusades had to fight one another, which seems really silly. I thought that just by the virtue that these were crusades and that I had the larger one, that maybe I would just kind of get the province because I had the larger crusade. But it seems like any time in this campaign that I've had to guess at a certain mechanic, I've guessed wrong. You know, pretty much every single time I've been wrong. So yeah, all going all the way back to that little incident with the Byzantines and the Egyptians here in Constantinople. So this is, there's a lot going on here. I was told by a viewer before I recorded the last episode, well, I had already recorded it, but he had like mentioned it on a previous episode, I think, where he was saying that there's some pretty funky stuff where crusades, like if you're going for the same region, it can get kind of weird. And what he seemed to indicate was that if the German crusade, which still exists, it did retreat to Flanders, my territory, by the way. There's 112 men left in the crusade, so not much, but it still exists. A crusade can still exist with one man left in it. And so they can still attack Tripoli, which is now being held by me. This garrison here in Tripoli is not going to fall for 3 turns. I probably cannot or should not attack this castle. That's going to be 2 layers of, I think, iron-coated walls with burning oil that I would have to hack through. I do have a catapult that might be able to get me through the first outer wall, but I doubt that it's strong enough to get me through the second outer wall. And even then, that's only 1 opening per wall. So what would I be hacking through, like head-on? Saracen infantry and Nubian spears. Like, there's no way. You know, those 2 units would kill so much of my guy. Like, I do have some feudal men-at-arms, sure, but still. Yeah, that's just, it wouldn't, no. I'd lose so much. Luckily, the Egyptians are undergoing a civil war. That's pretty huge, because that gives me a little bit of breathing room here. So the Egyptians have actually lost Egypt. So that's a pretty rich province, and they lost Georgia outright as well. The rest of it's not that big of a deal. Just a few units here or there that they have lost. They're going to have to fight over Trebizond. This might go to the rebels, so it's probably going to go to the loyalists. And they're going to hang on to Constantinople, which is the big one. But they don't have Greece, so they don't, it's another rich province they don't have. And they don't have Egypt, which is another rich province. And then these 2 provinces, Antioch and Tripoli, are rich provinces. So they're losing some of their wealth, which is good. But still, they still have some decent forces laying around. And yeah, this is going to be 3 turns before this falls. So the Germans can still come in. And according to my viewer, who has given me some tips on, what he has observed with crusade actions and behaviors, is that if a crusade comes to a province where another crusade marker is already, still there already, then the player has to decide to fight the crusade and then risk becoming excommunicated, or they just have to retreat from that province, which I guess I would retreat back to Flanders in that case. But then the German army would just be beaten back. It's so small. It's going to be beaten by even this garrison. Even this garrison in Tripoli would beat back that German crusade. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here. And I can't launch another one while this is ongoing, right? Wait, can I? Yeah, so I can't launch that yet. I was like, okay, let me launch that crusade. However, considering that, I'm at war with the Germans who do border me, the French do not exist anymore. They, the people that were actually, come to think of it. Okay, so this is important. So now the French are just newly eliminated, right? And not a loyalist rebellion, but a reemergence can only happen if the loyalty dips below 120%. So it's not 100%, it's 120%. So I have to make sure that any region that was previously owned by the French does not dip below 120% of my provinces, that is. So that would be Brittany and Ile-de-France and Flanders. Those are the 3 provinces that I own that were previously owned by the French. Now, if the Germans have a French reemergence, I don't care. So that would just be Champagne, I suppose, right? Yeah, that's just Champagne. Yeah, okay. Yeah, getting a spy. See, I can't train spies. Oh yeah, I have a castle now. I forgot to look at this. Really? That's all I can train here? Damn. Urban militia, archers, peasants, catapults, and ballistic. That's all I can train here? Damn, France. Wow. I mean, I have catapult towers. So ring wall and catapult towers. I have both defensive upgrades for this castle. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, that is cool, but what? Let's see. Is there anything here? Gosh, a basic spearmaker. Gosh. Town guard so that I could get militia sergeants. I could build that here. I could build an inn. That's tempting. And then a tavern so that I could get assassins. So spies are tier 3 units. And I believe I would just need to get a tavern first. And yeah, it's a prerequisite for a brothel. The brothel is what's used to train spies, where the tavern trains assassins. So I could just build a tavern and then a brothel and then start pumping out spies and then try to cause a French reemergence in German territory. I don't hate that idea. Because I need to give them a reason to not be at war with me. But how long is this going to take? 4 turns for the tavern and then another 4 turns for the brothel, I'm assuming. So it'd be 1198 by the time that happens. And by then, yeah, it's hard to say. By then, I already hope to, have this stuff resolved, but maybe not. It could come in very clutch to get like a spy out in, say 1199 or even the year 1200, and then, plunge Champagne into chaos, like right before the year 1204, right before the cutoff for me having to get these last couple of crusade objectives. So it's not a total waste of time. Also, my finances are, making negative 131. So I need to sink some enemy boats, I'm presuming. So so these 2 German boats, I don't even have boats in those territories, so that doesn't mean anything. And yeah, the Italians are going to stay up there. That's fine. But then here, the English Channel, that's the German boat that I need to get rid of. So I suppose, yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of this boat. Hopefully I can beat it. What is it? It's a bark, 0 stars, and I have 2 barks, 0 stars. Well, I should still be able to beat it. Let's make sure it's the Germans and not the Sicilians. I don't need any more wars. Yeah, let's sink that boat and try to regain control of our trade fleets. But also, while we're, ordering that attack, let's also send my emissary to go talk to the Germans. Let's try to get a ceasefire, because this war is nonsense. I don't know if they're going to take it, as long as I hold Tripoli, they might not. But yeah, we'll see. I'm 2 turns away before having another crusade marker finish as well, but yeah, this is really going to make it harder to, because yeah, I can't launch another crusade until this whole thing is resolved. So yeah, very tricky. This whole campaign has been tricky. It's been really like, and that's not even thinking about the basics, which is defense. The fact that the Spanish, although we're not at war, have 3 stacks versus, my 1 in Aquitaine. And the Italians, who I am at war with, have 2 versus my 1. So that's dodgy, for sure. That's definitely dodgy. The Spanish, I would prefer it if they just, focused on finishing off the Almohads, moving on to Egypt, you know, doing something like that. Instead of just having 3 stacks hanging out in my border, which makes me nervous. And Aragon as well. They're not looking too strong, so they could still be cheeky, but yeah, we'll see. Now, I do have a governorship, a title in Ile-de-France that I can grant to someone. It's going to give +1 command and +2 to loyalty. Now, Ile-de-France, honestly, I'd probably just look for money at this point. I'm probably looking at acumen. Giving it to some, I think all of my good generals already are governors. Yeah, you are the King of Scotland. And you are the Earl of Norway, which is funny that I still have Norway. That's pretty ridiculous. Is there anyone over here that's worth giving this to? Ooh, Simon de Montfort, 2 acumen though. That's not good enough. A lot of dread. I like that dread though. Yeah, tough justice, -10 happiness, +3 dread. So that's a net positive for dread or loyalty. Secret pride, +3 valor. Okay, and then -1 command. Very charitable, so +10 happiness, +1 piety. Okay, that does help. And then another +1 piety and +10% zeal and governing. So yeah, acumen. I would prefer his acumen to be a bit higher. What about you? You have 1 acumen. All right. Let's keep looking around. Here's another 1-star general. You are the Earl of Wessex. Okay. And then here is a 3-star. Sir William Stewart. Okay. So 2 acumen. Again, not great. You are a great warrior. So +5 health. Adulterer, -2 piety. Yes, 2 piety, so that's okay. And then +3 morale, -3 dread. Giving him the extra command star is tempting, although I would like his acumen to be better. You know, 2 is still okay, I suppose. And I reckon that I will be making money again once this German boat is out of the way. Also, Northumbria. Northumbria, the last remnants of the Civil War. These 17 peasants are going to fall in this end turn, so I will be making money off of Northumbria again. And Northumbria does have 2 trade goods, you know, wool and saltfish. So I will make something off of Northumbria once, you know, during this next end turn. So I don't need to like think of Ile-de-France as like my real golden nugget for my economy. I can use this to grant that command star to a capable general. So let's actually do that. Let's pop you out. Only 9 men left in his unit, so that's a little dodgy. It's a little dodgy, but that's where we're at right now. Yeah, making 315. Loyalty's at 122. It's a little borderline. Let's just bring it down a bit. Don't want a French reemergence right in our own territories. Just not, you know, not yet. Not ever, but not yet. I have now finished putting in my build orders for all of my troops that I want to train up in this turn, and then I did decide to put in for that tavern here in the Ile-de-France, and that's about it. Border forts as well in Ireland. I still need to get a port eventually so that I can move these men off of this island and they can contribute to the rest of this empire. But yeah, I'm very curious to see, you know, what's going to happen here between me and the Germans. Like, are we cool? I mean, I got to kill their boat, but then are we cool? If we can be cool, that'd be cool. If I'm so curious. What is their crusade backed off and went to Friesland, and then they attacked Anjou, it looked like. And then the Italians attacked as well. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I was looking at their forces that were in, I believe, Burgundy, was it? And first off, I'm trying to look at this right now. I should have checked this in the last turn. Anjou, it's not, is it a river province? It's not. It's just like highly mountainous, I suppose. Let's see if I can I see on the map? No, I can't see. Okay. They outnumbered me by almost 2 to 1. Not quite. And they're attacking. This is Anjou. Yeah. All right. My force is like, it's like fine-ish. I have a 5-star general. That's pretty good. They only have a 1-star. I remember looking at their forces. I think this is from Burgundy. It would have to be from Burgundy, right? And I remember thinking that it wasn't that scary. Now I'm looking at this initial stack and I'm thinking it's not as bad as I guess I had thought. It's the 1-star general that really has me thinking I can beat this army. Especially the fact that it's an urban militia, which is just, you can kill that with anything, or just shoot it with archers, and then, kill it with militia sergeants, or, just anything really. And then the army can break potentially. Now, the couple of good units, there are some good units here, some like tier 2 units. The feudal sergeants match up with my fearedmen. It's fine though. It's a spear unit. Spear units don't necessarily, they're not going to run you over or anything. They're just going to hold decently. But again, it's not super high armor on this unit, so it can get shot. Our archers are even. They have 3 archers. I have 3 archers. My archers have more valor because I have a better general. They do have the feudal men-at-arms. That's the one unit that I can't really match here with this army. I have a lot more militia sergeants though. I have 5 and a half militia sergeants. And then they have 4 militia sergeants, and the feudal men-at-arms are like the most dangerous melee units that they have. And then the 3 urban militia, 1 being the general. It's that feudal men-at-arms that's a little bit on the scary side. Also, they have some armor upgrades. I shouldn't discount that. Yeah, they have some armor upgrades here as well. +1 on a few units, and then +2 on a few units. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't discount that. But again, actually, come to think of it, that's just going to match up better with my militia sergeants, who, do have that bonus versus armor. And I guess, come to think of it, that's going to give my militia sergeants an advantage over their militia sergeants, because mine will have less armor, and so therefore, they won't get as much of a bonus versus me as I will get versus them. So that works out. Yeah, that works out okay. I'm talking myself into this. I think that then I have the 3 Hoblars and then the 2 Royal Knights too. That's some decent, those Hoblars that I have can really shut down their 3 archers and their catapults. My 2 Royal Knights can really get in, and they can wreck the feudal men-at-arms. That's the counter to that, is Royal Knights. Yeah, that is the counter. So as far as my first wave versus their first wave, this does not scare me. And then we get into the reinforcements, and then what do they have? 2 peasants, 3 urban militia sergeants, and a half-strength unit of Vikings. I like my chances here. I do. I like my chances here, depending on the terrain too. But based on what I'm seeing, I might have some decent terrain as well. Yeah, let's defend Anjou. You sneaky Germans. We find ourselves on a rainy day in Anjou, and I guess that's going to be mitigating our archers, but since again we're even on archers, it's not going to... Okay, it looks like it's intermittent rain. It looks like it just sort of stopped, so I'm imagining that's going to be stopping and going throughout the battle. And we do find ourselves with some high ground that we can take advantage of. Quite a bit, actually. Like, we can come up here. Maybe this is an option for us. Like, that's steep. That is a steep high ground advantage. And there's not really a great place for them to get around me. Like, if they wanted to come all the way around here, maybe. Forest for a bit of, hiding units for flanking attacks, potentially. I could maybe hide my Hoblars in there. What if I wanted to come up here? What is this looking like? So less steep overall, but still still, high ground, right? Yeah. And then, some more forest again for some more potential flanking attempts. And then is this this is that impassable cliff face that I saw in that intro screen. So they can't even come up here. That's impassable terrain. So if I wanted to start here, I can't deploy up there, but if I wanted to start here, then march up into this area, am I just defending from this direction then on this face? Or is there a way for them to get around me on the other side? It looks like there is, but it looks like it's a choke point, really. Huh. That's very intriguing. Oh, this is, oh gosh, there's so many good places to set up that it's actually hard to choose here. What high ground do I want? This is tough. Yeah. Like this is super steep and yeah, I could have, you know, like I said, hide my hobblers here so that they could get into, you know, the archers or whatever. I could even hide my Royal Knights back here as well if I wanted to. I am really leaning towards going for this option just because it looks so fun. I don't know if it's the best one. It's really tempting to go for this one because it's easy and basic, you know, just take the biggest hill and live your best life. But coming over here and, you know, as I mentioned before, like I got these militia sergeants set up to, you know, run out of the forest here to hold, you know, I can hold the top with like my fearedmen and then rush out of my forest with my militia sergeants and my Royal Knights. And then I can hold the other, like the choke point on that with like, just like, you know, a couple militia sergeants. And that should be it. And then I have my hobblers over here, you know, getting really crazy. These guys are all concealed as well, and they can just kind of swoop on in, and they're a ways away for sure. That's what I don't like. I could just put them up here, but yeah, maybe I should do that instead because this is getting that's far away actually. Actually, no. I just realized the limit, the boundary is right there, so I can't quite use the space. It was hard enough just to get my Royal Knights and my militia sergeants hidden. So that's not going to be the way to go. That's okay. Let's just kind of get my guys. Let's see. You're not supposed to be group 1. You're supposed to be group 1. Now we're set up. All right, you guys go. Then you guys go. Where are they set up? They're over there. Okay. I see them. You go there. You go there. So these guys are all hidden. That looks good. And hobblers on that side are hidden as well. That looks good. So can we see? Gosh, yeah, they're far ways away. All right, it's gonna. We have all the time in the world to get set up here. So my archers. All right, now that we can actually get up here and take a look around, how's this looking? I like it. I like it. Yeah, and like, yeah, holding this choke point. Actually, I don't even know if this might be impassable. I don't think they can get up here. Yeah, they're just going to be climbing up this way. Like, this is impassable. I just want to make sure this is impassable, right? Yeah, that's impassable. Yeah, oh my goodness. I could just do this with my archers. And then, yeah, just put my fearedmen like here. And then where's my militia sergeants? You guys can go like here. Then just have my general hang out. Beautiful. Yeah. Now we just have to make sure that our timing's on point. You know, if our timing is a little bit off, which isn't, you know, for me, I'm known to be the case with my timing with my flanking and my surprise attacks and everything, especially this with my hobblers. I'm very wary of that just because I've made that mistake before of trying to get too fancy and then just having units that are too far away. Now, hobblers are among the fastest class of unit in the game. You know, it is that class of light cav where, you know, nothing else can match their top speed. So, you know, as far as like having some leniency with being able to get around quickly, I think that they're the right unit for it. The Germans are being very, wow, what are they doing? Do they not want to attack? Okay, now they're coming up here. Yeah, do they not know where I am? I mean, I'm kind of out in the open, guys. I'm wearing red. So they sent some archers up to poke around. I mean, that's tempting. It's not that far away from my hobblers. Ooh, get closer to them. Nope, they want to go back. Gosh, they're acting like they don't know where I am. That's so weird. Okay, whoa, what's this? All right, spearmen. All right, all right. Now they are getting a little bit closer to where my hobblers are hidden, so I was hoping that they wouldn't be discovered hanging out over here. And it's looking like they might be, which would be unfortunate for sure, but I'm wondering if I can kind of turn this into a victory, because if I could still get those... Why can't I get my camera? There we go. If I could still get those archers, you know, that would be a nice grab, but not at the, you know, complete loss of all of my hobblers. That would not be worth it for sure. Yeah, so if I... Let's go there. Let's break cover and go here. And let's keep hidden with the other one. So you come up here, and then you... Yeah, gosh, can you get into those archers? There and there. Yeah, flush them out, flush them out. We got some more archers back there. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, just get back with these guys, because it looks like the spears are just going right for them. It's weird that the enemy knew where they were, so that's a little bit strange, but yeah, this is a good catch. Let's get these hobblers actually after those archers, now that they're kind of out in the open. So I don't want to get these guys caught, so let's just turn back now. And those hobblers, let's get them back here. And that's, yeah, this is so far so good. Yeah, let's go here. And, oh, catapults chucking some stones in. They might get some friendly fire here. That would be funny. Ooh, that is a... Gosh, did he kill like 7 of my guys? Damn, alright, screw you, catapult. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, let's send one of my hobblers down there, because that sucked. That was, God, I swear, I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but like, I've never had my artillery be that good. Never, ever, ever. So yeah, let's get rid of these guys. What a weird, what a strange place to put a catapult. Alright, aren't you weirdos? So yeah, you get them. And yeah, the general's back here. We can also pick off those archers that are running away. So yeah, get them. And those... So we finished off those archers. And yeah, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our horses. Oh, that sucked. If these urban militia think they're going to be able to rescue these 18 archers that are running away, no, they are too late. I mean, my goodness, it's even tempting... Oh, it's very tempting. I mean, I could get 2 hobblers back here, and we might be able to break that urban militia general. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot, yeah. So let's get these hobblers back, the ones that I were sending up here, and they're probably getting a little bit tired by now. Fatigue level, yeah, they've gone down to 1 fatigue level, so you're very tired. So that's not ideal. I don't want these guys to be very tired, but honestly, like they've been marching around quite a bit as well. And you're quite tired. Okay. Oh, almost got ambushed by some more reinforcements coming on. Vikings and militia sergeants. Yeah, should I give up on trying to get the general? It still feels possible. Come over here. And come over here, you can run. God, I like how responsive the run hotkey is in this game. I've never had issues with it in this game and in Shogun, but then in Rome, it's like freaking impossible. Yeah, for those of you who aren't watching my Rome campaigns, the Rome hotkey, it's just, gosh, it's like, it doesn't register like half the times. It's so, it sucks so much. It's like the most frustrating thing in the world to like tell a unit to run. And to like know that my finger pressed the key, and then it just doesn't run. It's like, oh my god, what's happening? There he is. Hey, there we go. It's running away. Let's not get caught. Let's not get caught. Let's not get caught. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Go. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And oh guys, yeah, guys, go. Oh no. Oh no, don't get caught. Come on, guys. Now their main army is getting closer to my hilltop, and they're sending down these militia sergeants trying to intercept me here. Very sneaky. Very sneaky, because these guys might not be able to get up to my main army. So we'll see about that. And then these guys also, I mean, you know what? They're distracting the enemy, so there's always that. And what's happening over here? Oh shit, we got guys. Oh, we got a fight going on over here. Oh my god. Okay. All right, guys, get in here into the spearmen here, and then here. Man, that sucked. They ambushed my ambush. I was looking at the German army thinking that I still had time, but I was very wrong. So, let's see, militia sergeants fighting here and then here. I feel like my militia sergeants should have the advantage, but I've been wrong before. You get back here, and then you get back here. And then Royal Knights get away. Yep, you get here, and then you get here. Alright, that looks good. And then, yeah, archers are just not, like, there's no point for you guys to be up here, I suppose. So, move up here. And should I send down my militia sergeants to help out in this fight down here? Because, this feels bad. If the whole fight's going to be down there... Yeah, it feels bad just letting them get isolated and chopped down. It looks like we're breaking spearmen down here. So maybe our guys... Alright, let's try to get them back up the hill then. If these positions are going to break, if the German positions are going to break, then let's try to get my guys back up the hill. Like this entire group. Can I get you guys up here? I mean, hell, they fared pretty well, didn't they? Yeah, they did not lose too many men. So if I can get them up the hill, that'd be fantastic. Are you guys shooting at stuff? I hope you are. And then, yeah, let's get this group... Let's get this group up here, if I can. Feudal men-at-arms. Those are the guys that I want to target with my heavy cav, for sure. And then they're sneaking around here. Feudal sergeants going around. So let's get these militia sergeants in here. And shut them down. Yeah, feudal men-at-arms. Those are the ones I got to keep my eye on. And then here, you guys just kind of spread out like that, and that should be fine. Spread out down here, that's fine. Yeah, spread out like that. And yeah, feudal sergeants are losing badly to militia sergeants. That makes sense. And, ooh, let me keep an eye on my Hoblars. So you are there, and you are here. Okay, let's... What do I want you? I kind of want you to get closer, I suppose. Yeah, you don't have to run, actually. Because I want to use you to run down the enemy dudes if we, end up breaking them. Alright, so yeah, it looks like our militia sergeants are still performing quite well here. And feudal men-at-arms, this is the charge that I want. Yeah, let's get these Royal Knights here, and then here. Yeah, now you guys get back here. That looks okay, and I wish I could get Hoblars on the back, actually. I kind of wish that wasn't impassable, because then I could, Ooh, no. See, my guys are impetuous, so they charge into the militia sergeants on their own. That's not what I want. Do not do that. Come on, guys. Can I get you back? That is not what I wanted them to do. Yeah, militia sergeants get into that fight. That's fine. Alright, it says your feudal men-at-arms are losing, actually, so that's okay. And then let's get a flanking charge here. And yeah, that's okay, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. So now we can start getting our Hoblars around the flanks here. Yeah, just help run these guys down. Because it looks like we're going to break them. Yeah, the enemy general's fleeing. Let's break here. And where's that Hoblar that I had up here? Yep, you come down and start chasing guys down. General gets involved and all the cav gets involved. And we can get a really good pick on this army and get as many kills as possible. Holy smokes, militia sergeants got around behind us. How did this happen? He's just like walking past our archers like this. All right, guys, militia sergeants, get up here and defend your archers. That was sneaky, little bugger. All right, looks like he's running away. All right, sweet. Archers, you should be able to catch him actually because you are light infantry. And I mean, you also probably have more stamina left also. We got ourselves a pretty good grab on this army. Yeah, we ran a lot of them down. Not all of them, mind you. Not all of them, but, you know, not bad. I actually don't even mind if this general survives because he's not a good one. So he can end up overruling. I guess he wouldn't overrule, like, yeah, he's a 1-star, so he wouldn't overrule anyone, you know, better than 1-star, I suppose. I wonder if we're going to get some ransom off this, though. That'd be pretty sweet.
The enemy general is taken and awaits your mercy.
Yeah, he's been captured now. All right, all right. Yeah, right. That's right. I don't kill him. I just capture him. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if the Germans want to pay for him. Not freaking bad. Yeah, we captured 577 of their men. Yeah, not bad. I'll take that. Killed 428, captured 577, lost 96. So yeah, my general gained a point of valor, which is pretty good. Most of that was in capturing men. 2 of my hobblers gained a point of valor. Militia sergeants, 2 of them gained a point of valor, and then the militia sergeants, it looks like it gained 2 points of valor. 128 men killed. Holy shit, nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that was I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. So Aquitaine as well. So this is the Aragonese and the Italians, and they don't outnumber me by that much. So the Italians did not send that much in, but the fact that the Aragonese are now going back to war with me sucks. It does, but so what do they have? 3 units of Royal Knights. It's tough. That is tough. 2-star general is going to be their king, which isn't that bad, but you know, still 3 units of Royal Knights it can be tricky. So 3 archers, actually more, no, 2.5 archers, 1 spear, 1 militia sergeant, 1 urban militia, and then 3 artillery pieces, 1 catapult, 2 ballistas. All in all, not too scary, except for the 3 Royal Knights. And it depends on how many Royal Knights the Italians have. 0. Okay. All right. So what's this going to be then? 2 archers, and then 4 of the Genoese sailors, which is it's a better archer. Not like when it comes to shooting stats, when it comes to like it's like, you know, melee or morale or whatever. I don't know exactly what their stats are, but I know that when compared to like the Bulgarian brigands and the Trebizonds, I feel like the Genoese sailors are typically not as good as those units, but still, they're going to be like, you know, if they had to fight, they're probably going to be better than like my archer, but still, I would be running them down with my cav, not, you know, fighting them hand to hand with my archers. Italian infantry. So this is like this is like a good unit. It has a point of armor upgrades as well. So they're going to have to be like focused. And then militia sergeants as well are going to be a tough unit. And then their general is going to be an urban militia 0-star general. So all in all, like not great on the command for this army, but 2 of the mounted crossbows, which can be, you know, solid units. Not just with their shooting, because they have these armor-piercing bolts that they shoot from their crossbows, but I find that mounted crossbows are kind of decent in melee. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I don't know who wins one-on-one in a Hobbler versus mounted crossbow. It should be the Hobblers, like cavalry should counter a skirmish cav, but that's not always the case. So I'm curious about this. This might be one of those matchups where I need to have 2 hobblers per each mounted crossbow, perhaps, to win, maybe. My hobblers should catch them. I'm pretty sure of that, but yeah, it's going to be interesting just because I have 2 Royal Knights versus the 2 here. What's their valor like? They have 1 point of valor on each. Then my guys have 3 points of valor on each just because I have the 6-star general, which is pretty nice. And then I have 6 hobblers, including my general, which is that's a decent bit of cav for sure. Yeah, that can help out by quite a bit. And they don't have like a super menacing melee infantry contingent, you know, having all of that cav to run down all of these archers is going to feel pretty good. And then my 3 militia sergeants and my 1 fearedman is going to be my melee contingent. So pretty light, sure, but is that enough to beat an Italian infantry and a militia sergeant and an urban militia? Yeah, I would say that it is. Especially with my valor upgrades that I have, or not upgrades, but you know, that I get from my general. Can I beat those units, you know, in addition to this spearman and urban militia and militia sergeant? That'll get a little bit trickier for sure. It depends on how well coordinated these 2 armies are. So yeah, let's defend Aquitaine, eh? Well, what do we have here in Aquitaine? Well, unfortunately, we don't have the high ground that we had in Anjou. It's not nothing. We can get ourselves into a slight little slope up here. This is steep on this side, and over here it's still something to set up, like if we wanted just to camp this hill. We could hide like a unit in this forest. That's something. And then there's this feature in the middle, which is kind of cool actually. It's impassable on that side. And then there's like a area. Okay, yeah, it's just this side that's impassable. Got it. Okay. So I'd be fighting in this direction. And, you know, it's still a slope, isn't it? Yeah, that's still a high ground. I don't know if I want to do that, but that's an option. I could hide some units back here in this forest as well. Is there anything else? Is there any other, like, option? I mean, coming up here, deploying in here, and then, like, kind of marching up this hill? But I don't know. Like, they're going to be coming from here. Like, look at their side, just full on. They should see everything from up there. Luckily, I don't have to attack into them, right? Just because I'm going to be attacked from probably 2 different sides on this one, I decided not to deploy in the middle and instead deploy back so that maybe I can separate the 2 armies and defeat them in detail. So here, pretty basic stuff. Fearmen in front, archers, and then militia sergeants behind, led by my general peasants with their massive 3 valor, going to be hanging out, being my reserves. And I actually was able to hide both of my royal knights in this little forest here, which is pretty cute, isn't it? And then up here, I do have my 3 hobblars that are hanging out in this forest, which is more center cut, and maybe it can, you know, get behind something, or maybe it can distract or stall an enemy coming from this side, and I can defeat an enemy coming from this side. And then I also have these hobblers as well. They can kind of do the same thing. Either come up here to the forest and maybe want to hide there or something. Who knows? We'll see how this goes. So let me just check my groups. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That all looks good. All right, group 5. Yeah, you come up here, start running. So Arrogatine's on that side and Italian's on that side. I was actually hoping that's what it was going to be. Yeah, those 3 Royal Knights are going to be the scary ones. Yeah, dealing with that. That's the one thing that can be a little bit tricky here. It kind of looks like they're going to be sending some mounted crossbows just to this position already, so do I want that fight or do I not want that fight? Not when they're that close to their army, so no, let's just back up. Let's just back up. If I can get them to come more in this way, and then maybe I can pounce on them with some hobblars from this direction and that direction, then I'd be more comfortable taking that fight for sure. These guys too, yeah, they're looking like they're getting a little bit ahead of their forces here. Ooh, I could get a catch here. Yeah, you come up here and start running, and then you come out here, and then you come this way, and let's see if I can trap them. And then with this guy, we'll see if we can catch him, but he's right there. So let's send those hobblars and then these hobblars. And yeah, let's get him here. So it looks like we got ourselves a catch. Should be able to destroy those mounted crossbows. And then these guys as well. Let's get you coming here. And then you coming like around here and try to cut them off in the same way. Perfect, perfect. That's good. Yeah, you guys just get out now. Get out, get out, get out. And now let's turn around here. You can run, please. And let's see if we can catch these guys. So yeah, you come down here. And we'll see if they're like fast enough. And let's pick off some Genoese sailors now. Because the Italians do not have enough men to protect all of their archers, basically. And yeah, those mounted crossbows might get away. Let's see if we can cut them off by going in this direction. And let's see if we can pick off some more Genoese sailors. Like, honestly, yeah, just picking off archers on the fringe here. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Are we gonna get these guys? Oh, you don't... Oh, did you drop your orders? Oh, I think I didn't have attack orders. I think I just had move orders. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's tempting to send my general, but I don't want to get him killed. Alright, let's get back here. Let's get back. I don't need you guys to die. Alright, so we got catapults going. Yeah, you guys just get back. You've done your jobs. For now. And then you've cleaned up those Genoese sailors. Perfect. You can even clean up those artillery pieces afterwards. And then are we gonna get this guy? Peasants, go! Get him! Get him! Oh, you ran into the peasants. You shouldn't have done that. You ran into the peasants. They're gonna mess you up. Oh, that's so glorious. That's so perfect. Alright, let's come over here. Let's try to see what's going on. Alright, yep, get those catapults. You don't need to stand in front of them. You can just go get them. And let's continue to, like, to distract the Italians, you know, if my micro can handle it. Because the longer that these Italian infantry are not engaged, like, if we can really engage those... Ooh, those archers are out of position. Let's get them. Yeah, you go here, and then you come up here. And then, yeah, you get those guys. All right, let's come back over to the main body. Yes, 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 nice. All right, let's see here. What do I want to do with these guys now? Yep, I'm worried about those Royal Knights. Those are going to be tough. They are going to be tough. You come here, and then you come here. Let's come up over to you. What are you? Yeah, tricky. Try to get into them if you can. These Italian infantry are just hot on their tail. And they're getting shot. I'm starting to feel like my micro is getting a little bit too far stretched at this point. Let's come down here and get these ballistas. And, I mean, we are getting a good catch. That's a good catch, honestly. I just don't want to get caught by something else. So you come over here. And then you guys... The general's just, like, out. Just hanging out. Ooh, oops, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. You guys go like that. And which group are you? Yeah, you guys come kill the general. Yeah. Absolutely kill the general. In fact, let's get my hobblers down as well. You guys kill the general? Perfect. Perfect. Alright, archers, are you guys not in range? Let's see. All right, let's get back with... Let's get forward with my archers then. And yes, yes. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. All right, let's get back to my Royal Knights. Let's get back with him. And then my hobblers, let's get you guys out here so you don't get caught by something stupid. And yeah, archers versus... So we have 3 versus 2, correct? Is that what it is? Alright, let's get back here and here. And where's my other dude? Are you... Alright, that's you. Shoot, I'm trying to remember. Where is the one that's over... Are you the one that was attacking the artillery pieces? You are. Yeah, okay. Get this ballista that you're standing right next to. Yeah, my guy's group's got a little bit messed up here. But hey, we're wasting these archers here. That feels good. We're getting our hoblars back. The Italians got pretty messed up, but they still have that unit of Italian infantry and those militia sergeants. So yeah, that's what I'm a little bit worried of. I'm gonna have my archers stop firing at these archers. And I'd rather use my hoblars to run down these archers here because they're just wasting ammo. And I'd rather use their ammo on other targets. And you guys are going to make it up here, right? Tell me you are. And then, yeah, you as well. Like, you come over here. Ooh. Nope. Get back. Those Royal Knights are going to hurt you. They're going to hurt you, so get back. Get back. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Get back here. Jeez, oh Pete's, man, scary stuff. Alright, militia sergeants come up, because those... Let's get you up as well. And then let's attack here, and then here. Let's get archers back, and you get back as well. Alright, so that's not their king. It says he's winning easily, though. How in the gosh darn is that happening? I guess he really did hurt my hoblars. Uh-oh, messing up here. Oh shit, what's going on? Alright, the king's going on in. Let's send my... Gosh, what do they do? Uh-oh, you got my guys. Let's see here. Royal Knights come down and get those guys there. And archers can go back to shooting. And then on this side, yeah, they coordinated their attack very well, actually. Yeah, very well. They like got in on all sides right at the same time, which, yeah, it took me best. You know, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was doing okay here. Royal Knights, come on, Royal Knights, get here and come around, and then you guys get into the rear here, and then yeah, you run them down, and then you turn around and get into the king. If we can kill the king, we might be in a good spot. Yep, you come down here. In general, do not get caught by those Italian infantry. Let's just ignore them. Actually, archers, shoot the Italian infantry. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that's okay. It looks like we're breaking the Aragonese position here and then here, and we're shooting at the Italian infantry, and then, yep, Royal Knights continue to move here, and then here, and yep, do not get caught by those Italian infantry. Just keep moving around. Just juke them. Alright, so we might get the Aragonese king, and now let's wrap up these archers. Nah, he's been killed. No shit. Alright. Alright, now let's get all these archers here. All these dudes. Just ignore the Italian infantry and just get the archers. All of them. Get these guys. Oh, this feels so good. Nice, and the Italian infantry is running away now. Perfect. Run them down. Run them down if we can. What a glorious charge. Look at this. Oh my goodness, we're going to get so many of these Genoese sailors picked off. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Alright, let's see. Archers down here. Can we get these guys? Militia sergeants and let's see, 18, 33. I get the 33, please. And how are we doing against the Italian infantry? Can we corner these guys? I was very surprised how that turned out. That went okay, didn't it? I mean, my goodness. I was like fine at first. I thought that I was doing quite well. And then they somehow managed to combine their armies at the exact right time in order to, you know, collapse in on me with their infantry and their melee forces. And I was like, oh shit, I can't hold, you know, I don't have, you know, I like send my peasants in to protect my archers. I was like, oh my God, I am screwed. And then, yeah, it ended up, I don't really know what happened. I guess the Aragonese leadership broke, and I'd already killed the Italian leadership at that point. So yeah, I guess my militia sergeants really did do a good job of cutting down the Royal Knights, I suppose. That's how I won that. Man, oh man, that was... And yeah, of course, the valor of my units as well held out very well. Nice. So captured 676 men, killed 385, and lost 226. Yeah, okay. So Hoblar General got 1 valor. 2 more Hoblars got 1 point of valor each. 2 points of valor for this Hoblar. The 1 point of valor for that Hoblar. Yeah, all the Hoblars did well. Archers got a valor point. Royal Knights got a valor point. Militia Sergeants got 2 valor points. And Fearmen got 1 valor point as well. Yeah, wonderful. Gosh, oh, yes. And we sunk the enemy boat. Nice. The German boat. And holy shit. All right, we ransomed. So I think this is the... These were the Italians. Okay, so the Italians paid 2,678 cash for their men. And then this is for the... Okay, I'm confused. So this is for the Aragonese, Prince Hernando Gonzalo. I would imagine that's Aragonese. Yeah, 205 men. So I got another 3,889 from them. Oh my god. And then it was the Germans that refused to pay. Wow. That's shocking. First, how did the Aragonese have that much money? And the Germans didn't have the money to pay? Like, what? And Catherine finally became a spinster. She turned 37 this year, so I'm surprised. I thought that it was younger. Clearly there's a variance of years where princesses eventually retire. It's either 33 to 37, I guess. Very interesting, yeah. Never really paid attention to that before. Yep, the King of Aragon has died due to me, and then the heir has taken over command. Okay, cool. And then, yes, three more turns before this falls. I think it's just... I thought it was 2 more turns. Let me check. Let me see. And then, yeah, I pillaged all that money from my own gosh darn place. That sucks. Destroyed all those buildings, damaged buildings, and then, yeah, pillaged 2,575 florins. I got 30K in the bank, and I'm not... I'm not even, like, doing that great. Border fort finished in Ireland. And I have a son on the way. Awesome. Lord Fitzwalter. Most loyal. +3 loyalty and +1 dread. Alright. And Lord Roos. Secret fanatic. +30% zeal when governing. And he is a lord. That's why I'm reading these off. And then Lord Mowbray. This is the guy that defended Anjou. Skilled defender. Absolutely. +1 command when defending. Absolutely. So he's going to be a 7-star general if you attack Anjou. Pff, yeah. Yeah. Let's drop a save. Faux show. Yeah, that was, man, what a turn. Wow, what a turn. And what is going on? What is happening? So now the German crusade went back to Friesland, and they've gained more men. You know, surely from me in Flanders, right? But they gained quite a bit more men. 425? I don't understand. So can they not hang out? I thought the Crusades could pass through territories of other Catholic factions that agreed to let them through. So now what happens? If he tries to go through Flanders, I have to say yes, and then he gets to use my fleet. It's so weird. It's so weird. The system's so bizarre. This is going to last for 2 more turns. God, I have no idea because, so he has to go back to Flanders. That's 1 turn, right? And then he's going to go into Tripoli. But that's going to be the turn that, like, what's going to trigger first? The falling of this garrison to me? Or the German crusade falling? Oh my god, I should attack, shouldn't I? Oh, I don't want to. I really don't want to attack. They have lost men, of course, so there's that. How many? I don't have any archers, do I? I have like no. This is like a melee army only. Oh dear, I don't know. It is rather concerning that despite the whooping that I just put on the Italians, they have a decent amount of forces that are right there in Toulouse, and it's making me think that, yeah, you know what? I guess I don't know why there was a time that I was being really careful with my boats and making sure that I just was, going south and working on my trade lines. But I don't know why I haven't, now that like I'm fine and I'm making at least some money, I'm making 1,800, which is okay. I don't know why I haven't like gone up here and blocked off Toulouse. I should have done that already. So let's go ahead. I have a third boat here. And let's back up. Oh, actually, there's a German boat here in the Nile coast. Now, what do they have? So it's a 1 star, and I have a 0 star. What are you? You're also a 0 star? I know that, so I don't really want to attack a 1 star with 2 0 star boats. I could lose something there. But I do feel like the navies that are on the defensive typically have the advantage. It's something that was pointed out to me by a viewer way back, and it's something that I have kept an eye on, which is that, yeah, it does seem like when you are the defender, it seems like there is an advantage there. So hopefully if he attacks us, hopefully we just kind of beat him and we don't lose anything. And I guess, I have, I'm a turn away from having another boat built up here in Flanders, so I could block off the Gulf of Lions, I suppose. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. This is silly. That's a lot of Italians, and I just whooped them. And they still have like that many guys here. Ooh, and they have a 7 star? Shit. Ooh, Lord Granziano. Ooh, snap. Minus 30% of bribery cost. All right, okay. What, all right, my emissary is busy. He's actually going to be talking to the German emperor soon, so I don't have a free emissary to see how cheap that would be, but that's something to keep in mind. What else you got? All right, highly educated steward. So he just has a bunch of like governor traits, but 7 stars is very, very good. We've seen what they can do to the Egyptian troops as well. So yeah, that's pretty scary, honestly. The Aragonese, I doubt that they can do anything. I doubt it. Looks like they just have a king, 31 years old. That's it. That's all they have, I think. That's all I'm seeing. So we're probably not going to be attacked by them, but it's the Italians that I'm a little bit worried about. Now, Ile-de-France does have a river protecting it from Burgundy, so that's nice. That is nice. Not from Champagne, not from Lorraine. There's no river protecting us there, but it's, their only stack really is in Burgundy, and that's a lot of peasants. So we're probably not going to be attacked by the Germans, at least along there. Are we going to be attacked up in Flanders? Probably not. No, probably not. Yeah, it's down here in Aquitaine that's most precarious, it looks like. Do I want to bring anything down from Anjou to potentially help out? I brought a couple troops down, but like nothing, too crazy. I can bring down this 1 unit of Fearmen with 81 men in it. Yeah, you can come down. Because there's no, like, even if Burgundy does attack Anjou, there's no cav here. So I feel like the troops that I have, archers, militia sergeants, Hoblars, Royal Knights, like that, they can beat this stack. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And I am bringing back this general, Lord Svinverd. This is the guy that was in Ile-de-France. He's making his way back to Brittany so that I can retrain his unit. Has 11 men in it, which is like, it's like, okay, but I want, I need to take these chances to retrain my units whenever I get the chance here, so. All right, I'm very curious about this. I'm very curious about what's going to happen with the German crusade right now. Because I'm not going to attack this castle. I can't, I shouldn't, I can't do it. 2 turns. All right. Gosh, again, so many things I'm curious about right now. Okay, save has been dropped. Let's end this turn. Cross our fingers. What's going to happen here? I would imagine that Crusade in Friesland is going to move back into Flanders, right? That's just... Where did it go? What? Wow, okay. Byzantines are happy. Good for them. One turn before the siege in Tripoli falls. Yes. Flanders, we caught an Italian assassin. Okay. Watchtower is finished. And then the Germans rejected my proposal of a ceasefire. No shit. Wow. And the Crusades in Franconia now. This is still the one that's going for Tripoli now, but now it's like, yeah, I guess now that we're at war, they can't use my boats anymore. I thought that like those wars didn't really matter for the Crusades. I thought that they kind of circumvented that, but I guess not. Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic news. Ooh, and the Italians did have a stack leave. Perfect time for me to blockade them, you know. Yeah, that's I think I have a boat too. Yeah, I have an extra boat up here, so I could bring I could do it. Yeah, I think I could blockade the Italians. I don't know what they have here, but if it's just like a Dromon, I should be able to defend myself against it. Taking a look at this German emperor here, he has 3 influence. He's 36 years old. Yeah, he's not great, is he? How about the loyalty of these guys? Loyalty is looking okay. Yeah, I can't see those guys. What about them? I can see them. Yeah, it seems like their loyalty is fine, which is unfortunate. But I see, this is where again, I'm just left wondering because I thought that the Catholic faction that takes a province first ends up winning that, so like I thought that this wouldn't be on the menu anymore. And that if I take this, then this German crusade fails. That's how I thought it worked. Now, I've been wrong about pretty much everything that I thought I knew about crusades, so I don't know anymore. I don't know. Does that count as a failed crusade, or does it just count as a like the ones where it's weird because there's the crusades where you take the objective but then you lose it. This happened to me earlier in my campaign where I lost Antioch and then I just got my crusade marker back and it just was like, go get it again. Cool, sweet. And I don't think that resulted in any loss of influence for my king either. So would it be kind of like that? Kind of like how if you fail a Senate mission in Rome Total War, but not by failing, but just by, someone else taking that settlement before you get to it. Kind of like that, how the Senate's just like, oh, we don't even care. Like we didn't even notice what happened. Is it kind of like that or what? Like, I don't know. So, I want to know. Like, I'm at the end of this turn, I'm going to have some answers. Down here, it does appear like the German boats, yeah, they're just moving along. Okay, it looks like they're just trying to go home, kind of. Because they know they're in dangerous waters now. So is this the 1 star? It is. Yeah, they're just moving along. So in that case, what are you then? 0 stars. All right, I got 3 boats here now. So let's just attack them. And hopefully they just keep moving along that 1 star. Unless you have any stars. No stars here. Ooh, 2 stars here. Okay. So if that German boat makes it to the Gulf of Gabes, I'm going to take him down. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then, as I mentioned before, yeah, let's blockade those freaking Italians so that they can't just keep bringing forces to Toulouse. Unless they, gosh, I don't know. Do they have Provence? I know the Germans start with it, but I don't know if they still have it. I guess I'll find out soon. Just in case you were wondering, the price that it would cost to hire that 7-star Italian general that has a 30% discount on him, it would still cost 55,000 florins. I only have 29,000, so I'm a little ways off, but yeah, I thought it was, I just wanted to check anyway, now that my emissary isn't necessarily doing anything. It is tempting now. See, these are presumably these are the last 2 crusade markers I need built. So I'm going to continue to train Fearedmen now, or go back to training Fearedmen here in Mercia. It's tempting to get some more bishops out, because I would like to have more vision on the German territory, but I guess having my emissary hang out here will do for now. I don't have any more sons, right? It's just, yeah, Prince Edmund. He's 4 loyalty now. That's gone up. That's interesting. That has gone up. Although, yeah, you're bad. -1 morale, -10 happiness. But he doesn't need to be babysat anymore. But I mean, what would he be used for? 1 stars. You know, that's worse than everything. It is kind of tempting. Like, he could lead the next crusade, and then hope that, Prince Stephen would be better. Just in case something happened to Prince William, or Prince Edmund. Sorry, Prince William is the. Yeah, he's the 3 loyalty guy, which I left alone here. And yeah, 0 command. That's man, he's bad. Yeah, Chinless Wonder. Great health. Yeah, he's going to hold down the fort here in Ile-de-France until Lord Svinverd can get back. So he just needs a few more turns to get retrained and then come back to Ile-de-France. Okay, enough of this. Let's end this turn. I'm just too excited to find out what is going to happen here. Gosh, I hope it works out for me. I hope that German crusade fails. Looks like the Germans are going to attack Anjou again, which is interesting. Yeah, they're going for it. They outnumber me by a little bit, but like nothing, too crazy. 1-star general, a royal knight this time, so there is that, but I have 3 royal knights, so there is that. 2 ballistas, so nothing too crazy there. And then what do they have? 2.5 basic spears. And then a beat up unit of feudal sergeants, militia sergeants. That's some Vikings, and then 2.5 archers. Yeah, I mean, what do they have for reinforcements? Barely anything. So it's their Royal Knight and their Viking unit. Their Viking unit with an armor upgrade, by the way. Those are the 2 biggest things here that I need to watch out for. But honestly, I mean, we've already defended Anjou. It's looking like this is going to be a different map, it appears, but I should still get some decent high ground, I would imagine. And yeah, 3 Royal Knights, 3 Hoblars, a 6-star general, 3 archers, 5 militia sergeants. Yeah, this should be okay. We should be okay here. Yeah, you know what? I would say that I can work with this. This looks pretty good. This is a pretty high ground from all angles here. And then, yeah, probably don't want to come down here and give up that high ground. Are there any other options down here? Kind of, I don't know, doing this and then hiding units on both sides of the forest would be kind of cool, but you never know what direction they're going to come from, You know what I mean? So, let's see, are we going to get a little bit of rain here, it looks like? Nothing too bad, I hope. Yeah, I might do... Let's see here. Do I want to keep troops in the forest, maybe? Yeah, I'll think about it. I will keep my infantry on the hill, led by my general, and then I did put my Royal Knights and Hoblars in that forest. And then I do have a 16-man unit of Royal Knights that were hidden back here as well, just in case they try to get a little flanking move on me, and maybe I can sort of cut them off or something like that. We'll see what happens. And let's begin the battle. So yep, they're going to be right down there, and hopefully their ballistas are not going to be in range of me. And yeah, we can just run down there and pick off their ballistas with my Hoblars. They are coming up here pretty wide with their army, led by their archers. But they're going to be taking some fire from my own archers. We have the numbers advantage, and we have the height advantage. Are you guys not able to shoot? Yeah, hopefully they start shooting. And yeah, they're going pretty wide, but we want to make sure that we can stop that general's unit. So with that in mind, yeah, you know what? They're not going to be doing any flanking here. Let's just get you up here. And then let's just get going with my cav because I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get caught without enough men in this area here. Yeah, we can let them come towards us. Yep, Royal Knights just hang out. Yeah, that is fine. Come here, and then even if you just want, come back here, and then yeah, you just come back. Come back here. Okay, nope. Oh, don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Break them. Just break them. Just collapse it. They're urban militia. We should be able to break them, I think. Okay, don't get caught. Don't get caught. Ah, get away. Get away. All right. That was a little bit. That was a little bit sloppy, honestly. A little bit sloppy. So let's try to get away here. Hobblers, please get away. Come on. You can do it. All right, maybe not you. You look like you're screwed. Damn, that sucks. Oh, and you guys are just charging into peasants? Okay, that's fine, but get back, please. And then yeah, you get away. Yeah, that was sloppy. Damn. Yep, that's what happens when you have this is a long episode for me. I've been recording for a while, so okay, come on. You can figure it out. Figure it out. Yep, get up here, please. Oh god, losing these hobblers. Oh, that sucks. They should come back. They should rally, but yeah, that sucks because those are guys that I was counting on to clean up a lot of the enemy forces for me. So man, these Royal Knights they really want to charge. They're really trying to charge in. Let's try to break these guys actually, and let's come in here, and let's get on these Royal Knights, and have my hobblers come back. At least one of them has. All right, down here on this side, come over and get into these peasants, and then you break those peasants as well. My peasants come over, and since they're avoiding the center, come over here and help out on this side. And have my hobblers come over as well. And then have my Royal Knights hit, well, anywhere really. But yeah, Vikings, anything, General, yeah.
The enemy general is dead.
So he's been killed. So let's get you come here, and then you come here. Yep, chase on those peasants. And then, yep, just start chasing dudes down. Looks like we got this. Yep, looks like we got it. That was a good result. We did capture 516 of the Germans, and we killed 251. So they didn't ransom back for that last army, so I kind of doubt that they would ransom back this one. We did lose 81. A little bit sloppy there, but all in all, pretty decent result, I would say. Yeah, Hobblers got some good valor. Royal Knights got some valor. Royal Knights got 2 valor for this one. Yeah, 333 guys captured, 0 killed. So they gained 2 valor just from capturing that many men. Yeah, really something. Archers got some valor. Royal Knights, Militia Sergeants, nice. Militia Sergeants, yep, nice. Yep, all in all, well done. And damn, that's crazy. Okay, so I literally just mentioned that there's like a defensive advantage here. So I did attack a 0-star German boat in the North Sea with 2 0-star boats of my own. Okay, so the valor was even, but I had 2 versus 1, and I didn't just. It's one thing to like lose one boat and like, all right, you lost one, that sucks. It took 2 of my boats. My entire North Sea fleet is now gone. That sucks. Oh, that sucks so much. All right, at least I got this boat. So this is, yeah, that was a 0-star. Yeah, hey, at least I got that one. And hey, all right, so we got Tripoli, right? Crusade over, we got Tripoli. And then ransom received. So cash raised, so this is for the Germans? Lord Herden. So they did pay for that one. Yeah, that's 516 men. That was the men I just captured, right? Yeah. So yeah, I got almost 1,800 for that. That's weird. Why didn't they ransom back the other army? They didn't like them as much? And yeah, we did pillage 1,800 from Tripoli. And yeah, we destroyed some buildings, damaged some buildings. Border fort finished in Northumbria, fort finished in Antioch. Nice, nice, nice. That's just to have something that we can fall back to. That's very important. Yeah. Lord Wolfstan, argumentative. +2 valor. Hey, I'll take it. You're in the battlegrounds. You're in the battlefield, so I need that valor. And then Lord Roos, fanatic, zeal and dread. Okie dokie. All right. And yeah, we got the 2 points for Tripoli. Feels pretty nice. Boom. All right. So the German Crusade, we don't have eyes on it right now. We've lost track of it. But we do know that you're right here, and you still have 3 valor, or 3 influence, should I say. So, yeah, I guess we'll know if it's still active, like, since it has to travel overland now. And there's no way it's getting through Constantinople. Like, the Egyptians, like, yeah, it's only 2 stacks, but, like, and then all of Anatolia, like, no way. I just don't see it happening. You know, so even if that is how it works, where like they come to Tripoli and I would have to, you know, make way for them. If that's how it works, I just don't see them making the, you know, being able to make it to me. And now I have to launch my next crusade and I have to choose between Palestine and Edessa. And I'm considering Edessa just because they have this horse breeders guild, which I think allows them to train Armenian heavy cav here, I think. Or no, is that just Lesser Armenia, Armenia, and Rum? I think it's just those 3 provinces, perhaps. So what are they training in Edessa? I'm not quite sure, actually. I kind of want to take Edessa just to create a bottleneck, honestly. That's like another reason. Can I train cool stuff in Tripoli? Hey, I can get some stuff. Feudal sergeants, cool. Archers, hey, I'll take it. That's something. Yeah, catapults and ballistas as well. That is something. In fact, that can help me take Palestine. Now, yeah, you don't really want catapults versus a castle here in Palestine, but maybe with like 6 of them, it can be okay. And what does the governorship give us here? Acumen, loyalty, and piety. Okay. And money-wise, 488, bump that up a bit, 610. And that's without any trade, you know? We don't even have trade set up in these provinces. And since I already have the castle here, I could just go right on into getting a trading post and a port. I could do that. Ooh, that would be nice. That would be very nice. What am I making now? Minus 657? Damn. That's from having those boats destroyed and this blockaded. But this is my 2-star boats versus their 1-star. So, I mean, I should win this. We'll see, but I should. Anyway, I'm not going to keep playing for this episode. This has already gone on, yeah, quite long. But you know, obviously, I'm just very excited to see what's going to happen next because this campaign is insane, and hopefully, this is going to work out. Like, I might be able to pull this off and get Palestine and Edessa before the timer runs out. What can I recruit some? Are there any trebuchets I can recruit? Ooh, okay, I have to buy this now. I'm just gonna do this right now so I don't forget. In fact, I should do that for all of these guys. I should hire them. I'm not gonna do it right now, but yeah, because this is gonna be a pretty small crusade. Like, whatever I send is gonna be mostly. It's gonna be mostly the troops that are gonna be reinforcing from Tripoli, I imagine, or Antioch, depending on where I'm deciding to go. But taking Palestine just to get the tough one out of the way, you know, because it's another castle, that is tempting. However, that is all going to have to wait until next time. Before I go, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying these videos and you would like to support the channel, then consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. It all helps immensely. Until next time, this has been Concept playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.